Okay, Courtney, you've been spending a lot of time testing so far this year. How would you describe it? How's it going?
I think it's going pretty well. You know, we started before the beginning of this season in West Palm Beach, Florida, and we've gone to a number of races since then. I think I've made about 30 laps in the car total, but I think each time that I'm getting out there in the car, making passes, I'm, learning new things on each run, so I think that helps. Whether it's shutting off early, trying to figure out what the car is doing, and just learning about the feeling of the car and what it's doing and how to react to it. It's just something that takes time, and I'm starting to figure out.
Does it, do you have any particular time set for your debut?
We haven't talked about a time to debut yet. We're actually, I don't even think I'm officially licensed. Dad won't tell me. He won't tell me what I need to run. Which is actually kind of a good thing. You know, he wants me to just go out there, make runs. He just wants me to feel comfortable in the car and just get seat time. That's kind of the #1 thing. I think the more passes I make, the better I'll feel in the car, and then maybe at that point we can kind of determine where our time frame is.
Have you had any scary moments in the car so far? I know you've been using a restrictor plate, but it's still pretty quick.
Yeah, it is. With the restrictor plate, we've run a 412, 429, 431. So the car's going fast. It's going quick, and I'm learning from it. I have had a scary incident. I think it was in Charlotte. I think it was my first tire shake in the car, which it feels a little bit different in that car than what I'm used to in my alcohol dragster, but it kind of went over, scraped the paint off the side of the car a little bit on the wall, but got back in it on the next run and made another run after that. So I think, more and more times I get out there, the better I feel.
How much different is it from that alcohol dragster?
There's a lot of differences in it. I think, short wheelbase compared to long wheelbase, it's steering that's the biggest change for me. I think I don't want to overcorrect it, I don't want to undercorrect it, so I'm kind of learning where a happy medium is with that. So I'm kind of, taking the car down the track, and I'm taking a little bit more, I guess, manhandling in that car than in the dragster. So it's been fun, but yeah, I'm just trying to figure it all out.
How much of a help has Ashley been? Has she been able to give you a lot of advice?
Yeah, she, for all the races that she's been able to come to, she has been here helping me, kind of walking me through every step and coming back after a run and kind of breaking it down for me and talking about it. And she comes back and explains things to me, and it's easy to ask for anything that I need to. It's never a dumb question. I'm never afraid to ask her, which is good. I'm glad that I have someone there that I'm comfortable discussing this stuff with. So, because Dad, he just assumes you know everything, and he's a good teacher, but he knows so much about driving. He's so good at driving that I don't think he realizes the things that he does in the car. So when he tries to teach it to someone, it's comes off a little different. So Ashley, she's not a new driver, but she remembers going from the transition from a top alcohol dragster to a funny car. So she knows the changes that I'm going through and what I'm feeling. So I think it helps a lot having her here.
What's the feeling like getting in the car and doing the testing? I mean, is it very exciting? Is it a little intimidating?
I'm excited every time that, they tell me I'm going to be able to test the day after the race. I love being out here in the car, and I know it's a little nerve-wracking. I'm nervous, of course, on every pass, because you never know what kind of run it's going to be. You don't know if it's going to have tire shake, smoke the tires, drop a cylinder, and pull you over to the wall. There's so many things that happen in this car in such a short amount of time, in under 4 seconds. So there's a lot of things, but I think being able to get seat time and come out here as much as I possibly can is the only thing that's really going to help me. So I'm excited coming out and testing. I love it. It's a whole new experience for me, so I'm just excited.
What do you think the most important thing you've learned so far is?
I would have to say probably the steering, like just steering the car. It sounds so simple because you're going straight, especially, but I don't know how to explain it. It's just not overcorrecting it, and sometimes your hands are like this in order to keep the car straight through the whole pass. You know, if it drops a cylinder, it's wanting to pull you over, and you just have to drive it like this the entire way down. It doesn't mean your car's gonna go straight if your hands are straight. So there's a lot of things that it's hard to make your body get used to thinking this is gonna keep your car straight, but just little things like that. I think steering was the biggest thing.
Is it almost like don't think, just react?
Exactly. That's what they've all been telling me. They say if there's anything that you're not sure about, you don't know if you feel comfortable, they say we don't care, you just shut it off, you just lift, shut off the car, and we'll go back at the computer and we'll see what you were feeling and talk through it and figure it out on the next run, and hopefully just learn from it.